So when you're collecting ancient coins, there's always going to be this major rarity that's going to be difficult. Like, look, if you're collecting the 12 Caesars in silver and you're not finding a good Caligula for cheap and you're trying to build quality, it's okay to grab a bronze coin of Caligula just to say you completed it for now. And when that silver coin comes up that you can afford, you can pull it out and move it in. Why I like doing stuff like that in certain situations is because a lot of people get so hung up on a particular set that they can't move on from it. And they want to move on, but they can't. And so it gives you the ability to move on and look elsewhere and build something else. But at the same time, you always have your eyes open for that coin if it pops up. I actually saw on one of the discussion groups, somebody had a 12 Caesar set in all metals. It was really cool. And it was just like, that's just what they could afford,
Sure.
And I loved it. It was awesome. It was so cool.
What is your suggestion to buy a coin that is within your budget that you'll be happy with rather than buy a cheaper version of the coin that you want? That's what I'm getting from you.
Yeah, and also I have a lot of clients that have sets and they're like, okay, well, that's an upgrade on this coin. So I'm going to buy this one and swap it out. And so they have the whole collection finished, but they're working on quality after that.
Right. So what's your feeling on the upgrading?
Oh, I think it's really good to do upgrading. Absolutely.
Okay. See, because in a modern world, it's something that I actually advise against. That is really difficult because you're going to have to sell a coin in order to upgrade it. And you paid retail for it. You're not going to get retail when you sell it. So you're going to lose selling the coin. And then you're going to pay retail again for the next coin. That's all I'm saying is that's why I think upgrading in modern sense doesn't make anywhere near as much sense because the coins are out there.
Yeah, I think that it's kind of a secondary thing with a lot of ancient people. They'll say to me, I have my sets completed, but there are some coins that I would be a lot happier if I upgraded. And so when ones come along that fit that bill, they're happy to trade them out because when they go to show that collection, and especially like, let's say a 12 Caesar set, let's say your Claudius is corroded, but it was the only Claudius you could afford at the time. And maybe it took you 5 years or longer to put the set together, okay, depending on when you were making money and things like that. And so, or when you had disposable income for this hobby. And so then a Claudius comes up that's fantastic and they're like, oh, this is a great opportunity for me to upgrade that coin. And now I still have a Claudius that it's corroded, but it's going to be really good for somebody else to buy that for me because that's going to fill their hole. Or it's going to complete their stuff because that's the quality that they can afford.
Right.
So there's always going to be a desire with certain coins that will be easy to move, and you may still make money depending on how long ago you bought the coin.
Yeah.
And it's easier to put together sets with US coins than it is with ancient coins.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Sure.
And so with ancient coins, you can say, well, is there a set of Greek coins? Not really. Can you say, well, I want to collect all the mints of Alexander the Great? Okay, that's fine. But it's most of the time people collect Greek coins like, okay, I want one from Aegina, I want from Corinth, I want one from Alexander, I want in Athens. It's a very mixed bag of what people want, unless you focus on a specific city. And now you're going to have to say, well, if I'm going to collect a city, am I going to do it all in silver? Do they have gold? Am I going to do it all in bronze? Do I want both silver and bronze? Because I want everything that city did. And then at that point, you can hold out for the best pieces that you're looking for because they're just one-offs, in that situation.
Right.
But when you're building a set, the filler idea becomes a little bit more tangible.
Sure.
Well, and it also depends on how you're collecting. It feels good to be able to complete a set with a coin maybe that you wouldn't necessarily love to buy, but you may lose some money on. It's not the end of the world because you're not doing this to make money necessarily. You're doing it because it's a hobby.
Right.
There's a lot of guys out there that aren't millionaires or don't even make $100,000 a year that do this hobby, can buy coins that are $20 to $50, have lots of happiness. And yeah, they're not going to make money, but they've got a lot of wealth of knowledge and appreciation for the hobby. And so that goes a lot farther.
Yeah, I was going to say they've still profited from the hobby. I mean, that's
yeah,
it's good for you.
So, people losing money on specific ancient coins because they're buying the bottom of the barrel, I'm okay with because they're not doing it to make money. They're doing it just to have fun.